It's a one-of-a-kind facility to save Hawaii's natives.
Open for less than a year, the Hawaii Wildlife Center on the Big Island is getting its feet wet by helping injured native birds fly again. KITV4's Laurie Amata has more on a critical population for the islands.
Arriving on its own private ride from Kauai to the Big Island's North Kohala coast, a red-footed booby, wounded, its wing wrapped in red. It's the Hawaii Wildlife Center's first official patient. Open for less than a year, it's the only all-encompassing wildlife rescue and rehabilitation facility in Hawaii and the northwestern Hawaiian Islands, serving exclusively native birds.
So this is their holding room.
Combined rehabilitator Judy Alal and Center Director Linda Elliott have spent dozens of years helping wildlife worldwide. But they say they saw a need here and now.
It gets very isolated.
Staff members take in birds that are often flown in here by volunteer pilots, free of charge.
It's a good thing when they come in because we know we're going to treat them, but the birds that come in are sick or injured.
We have a lot of community support, and that has helped us from the very beginning.
Now, this is what's called an overflow pool, and one of the last things they do before they release the seabirds out into the wild is make sure they can handle being out on the open ocean or on water for a long period of time and maintain their ability to be waterproof, which is essential to their survival.
That's that wounded red-footed booby, stretching his wings, walking the plank. Then chucking it up in the conditioning pool, a true sign of recovery.
And they're bathing and they're having a ball. That's my favorite thing to watch.
There are other success stories. A black-winged petrel finally feeling comfortable. A wedge-tailed shearwater bobbing about. A sooty shearwater doing speed laps. There's much more to be done. About a half an hour from the center, Elal gauges native populations at Pololu Valley. And she knows the numbers overall are dwindling. She says out of Hawaii's 113 native species, 71 are now extinct.
Anything that happens with wildlife is going to a lot of times be our first indication of something possibly going wrong in our ecosystem.
So this is the Elima plant, and a lot of these plants have grown up so much since then. It's really nice to see how full it's getting.
Their efforts go beyond birds. Staffer Jojo Genovia nurses the center's native plants garden, teaching school kids about the cycle they're helping to preserve.
So without the birds, there wouldn't be a lot of the greenery that we have here.
Within months, sometimes weeks, nature's cycle comes full circle. Many of the volunteer pilots who leave know they'll be back in their mission to help Hawaii's birds once again take flight.
And you know that you've done your little part, and a little bit of you goes off with that bird.
Laurie Yamada, KITV4 News.
Wow. Now, aside from the native birds, the Hawaii Wildlife Center accepts one other species, and that's the Hawaiian hoary bat, which is native to the island.
So wonderful to see that bird just take flight out there.
And the cute ones in the water as
Scurrying
they
along.
waterproof. All right.